Can start, sir.
Okay, thank you. Uh, so good morning, students. Welcome again to another class. So probably we are heading towards, closer of your first semester because today, second last class. Today we will be discussing upon regarding Rousseau's philosophy of education, Jean-Jacques Rousseau's philosophy of education. And then in the next class, probably that would be the last class of, end of your class regarding your syllabus, where we will be discussing about Paul Freire. Then one more class will be there where we will discuss about. I have dedicatedly, created that class, and I would request that class will be conducted in meeting mode. Okay, where we can have a, if possible, we can have a conversation also. So there in that class, we will have a, if you have any questions related to any of the classes that we will discuss. Along with that, we will discuss the previous year questions that what type of question will come, or there is possibility, how the exam pattern is, how many questions will come, and you have to attend how many questions, how to draft a writing of a questions. Kyunki, many of you have questions like we have written, but we couldn't get the amount of mark which we supposed to get through our writing. So there are so many reasons behind that, because the question was asking for something and your writing was something. So it's not about volume of paper कि आपने 20 पेज लिखे 30 पेज लिखे. So आपका जो नंबर है that is not based on your how many pages you are writing, rather it is based on कि questions में क्या पूछा गया है and what you have written in your answer, that decide your marks. तो ये सारे जो चीजें होंगे हम वो एक जो लास्ट क्लास होगा उस दिन डिसाइड करेंगे. So let me, my PPT is visible to all of you. Could you confirm? Can anyone just confirm that my PPT is visible? Then, although it was visible, just let me know. Could you see that Jean-Jacques Rousseau has been written in the PPT in the first slide? Yes, sir, it's visible. Okay, thank you. So let's come to today's topic. The format will be same. First 50 minutes I will be talking, so as you all are aware of, and the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes we will be I will be taking your questions, and you all are requested throughout the session. If you have any doubt anywhere, you can write in the question answer box. Towards the end I will definitely take all those questions. And yeah, don't ask questions related to college कब खुलेगा, exam online होगा या offline होगा, because all such questions, this is a class, this is not meant for information desk or something like that. For that SOL has आप कॉल करके पता कर सकते हो, फिर आप SOL आके पता कर सकते हो, चैटबॉट का सुविधा है वहां से पता कर सकते हो, इवन हर ट्यूसडे जो टीचर स्टूडेंट संवाद 11 बजे होता है वहां से भी पता कर सकते हो. सो इन क्लास आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट डोंट आस्क एनी सच क्वेश्चंस. अगर क्वेश्चन पूछ भी रहे हो देन आई विल बी स्किपिंग दोज क्वेश्चंस, सो देयर इज नो बेनिफिट. सो डोंट आस्क सच क्वेश्चंस, रेदर ask questions only related to either today's topic or anything which we had already discussed in our previous classes. That's it. So we have been discussing about philosophers, like in last two classes. In the last unit we have been discussed about we had already discussed about at the first class we discussed about I guess Jiddu Krishnamurti, and then in the last class we discussed about uh, John Dewey, the pragmatist, whose belief was like activity, experience, that is at most important. Now comes to Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Rousseau is a believer of not pragmatist. He belongs to another school of thought. Philosophy has some branches. Okay, as we all know, philosophy, which is um, meant for love for wisdom, जो नॉलेज के सर्च करने को क्या बोलते हैं, फिलोसॉफी. और जो उस नॉलेज को सर्च में निकलते हैं उनको क्या बोला जाता है, फिलोसोफर. So all John Dewey, Jiddu Krishnamurti, Gandhi, Aurobindo, Tagore, Rousseau, all are the philosopher because are they have quest for knowledge. They always search for knowledge. Okay, so but all of them are belongs to some sort of school of thought. Okay, like in psychology, in next semester you will understand about school of thought like behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, many school of thought. Similarly, in philosophy also there are school of thought like idealism, those who are believe in ideas, spirit, ideas are the supreme, and soul, all those things, they are idealism. Then comes, naturalism, those who believes in, nature. For them nature is the supreme or ultimate. That is naturalism. Jean-Jacques Rousseau himself feels belongs to naturalism. So today's discussion we will be discussing about Rousseau along with his philosophy because he belongs to as naturalism. So obviously we are going to discuss about the school of thought which is called naturalism school of thought. Then pragmatism. John Dewey in last class we discussed about pragmatism. That is also a school of thought, and there are many more school of thought also. Existentialism, perennialism, progressivism, many more. But basically, at the beginning, you should not worried about all those things because later on, when you will pursue your master degree and all, you will understand about and you will, read about all those things in depth also, because here we are only talking about someone's one person's belief, as he is a believer of that school of thought. So we are discussing about that thing, but as a school of thought there are so many things, because only Rousseau is not belongs to naturalism, there are many other philosophers also who belongs to naturalism. Okay, so let's start. If we will discuss about the philosophy of life of Rousseau, then one thing that is quite important, you need to remember, that is the word is naturalism, which I have, you know, marked in this slide. You can see in bold, it has written that naturalism. So what it means, naturalism? Naturalism is a school of thought, as I suggested, those who believe that who is supreme? Nature is supreme. While in last class we are discussing about John Dewey, there we were discussing about pragmatism, means activity, experiences is important. But here what they are suggesting, nature is important. Nature is supreme. Child and nature, these both things are important. Out of these two, nothing is important. Not even school, not even teacher. For this school of thought, for them, nature is the teacher, nature is the school, nature is the, nature will make you disciplined. Everything will be governed by nature itself. So how, that we will discuss in today's, in next slide also, in upcoming slides. So he is a true believer of, the first thing we came to know about his life philosophy, that Rousseau belongs to naturalism. Okay, so special importance has been given to the child, and education should be child centered, not teacher centered. So two things are at the center of the point. One is nature and another one is child. Both are the center of every event. That's why the first principles of this school of thought, ki who is the center? Child. So everything should be created or made that will help for the child, which will help the child के need के हिसाब से. So this school of thought suggests, so what's recommended, कि you do so many things, but keep in mind the nature of the child, keep in mind the characteristics of the child, because every child is also different. So give them full freedom. Build your, curriculum, syllabus, everything as per the need of the child, not as per the need of the teacher. That's why they are not in favor of teacher-centered education. Rather, they are in favor of child-centered education. As naturalism is support of that. So obviously, Rousseau is also belongs to naturalism. So Rousseau also suggested that special importance should be given to the child, and education should be child-centered, not teacher-centered. Teacher should not come and with preparation and he will just lecture, irrespective of कि किसी को समझ में आए नहीं आए. No, teacher primary role has to first ensure how many students are there, what are their characteristics, how they are feeling today. Is there today, should I teach through lecture method? Should I teach through translation method? Should I teach through direct method? Should I start with a video? Should I start with a, project work? Should I start with any other playway or simulation? So teacher first thing has to decide what are the need of the